Central High School in Knoxville, Tennessee. The football stadium lights blaze against the night sky. The crowd roars. The marching band plays. Cheerleaders leap and spin. This is where the community gathers. This is where school spirit lives. In the autumn of 2014, a freshman named Emma Walker made the varsity cheerleading squad. She was the only first-year student selected. Her smile was infectious. Her energy undeniable. She loved being part of the team. She dreamed of becoming a neonatal nurse one day, caring for the smallest and most fragile lives. One evening during a game, Emma caught the attention of Riley Gaul, a wide receiver for the Bobcats. He was 2 years older, well-liked, a strong student. He went to church. He played video games. His friends described him as funny, not the typical jock. The attraction between them was immediate. Riley was dating someone else at the time. He ended that relationship and began seeing Emma. They became the kind of couple everyone noticed, the football player and the cheerleader. They posted photos together constantly, smiling, laughing, looking happy. Emma's parents thought Riley seemed nice at first, polite, well-mannered, the kind of boy you'd want your daughter to date. But that impression shifted when they learned Riley planned to take his ex-girlfriend to junior prom and Emma to senior prom. It didn't sit right with them. They started to wonder where his loyalty really was. Emma didn't seem bothered. She filled her social media with pictures of the two of them. But her friends began to notice changes. Riley didn't seem interested in getting to know them. At first they thought he was just shy, reserved. But over time his behavior felt less like shyness and more like control. Emma's friends said Riley didn't want her talking to anyone but him. He was possessive, jealous. When they tried to tell Emma, she brushed it off. She told them not to worry. Her parents took her phone away, hoping to break the cycle. Riley gave her an iPod Touch so she could text him secretly over Wi-Fi. Her parents had no idea. For 2 years, Emma and Riley were on and off. The breakups grew messier, the arguments nastier. Riley sent message after message. He called constantly. He waited outside her work for hours. Once he told her, "You're dead to me. I'll check the obituary." Then came the apologies. "I'm sorry for however I act. I love you more than words can describe." Emma's parents, Mark and Jill, tried to convince her to end it. But the more they pushed, the more Emma pulled away. Her mother said Riley had a way of isolating her, of making her feel like he was the only one who mattered. By the autumn of 2016, Riley had graduated and was attending Maryville College about 30 minutes away. Emma was 16, a junior in high school. The relationship hadn't changed. Around Halloween, Emma's parents grounded her. She could only leave the house for school or cheerleading. They monitored where she went and who she spoke to. To their surprise, it seemed to work. Emma started acting like herself again. She spent time with the family. She ate dinner with them. She even texted her friend Keegan to say she and Riley were done for good. She had seen photos of him with other girls at college. Her friends felt relieved. Riley did not take it well. On Friday, November 18, 2016, Emma went to a friend's house. Around 11:30 that night, her friend Zach arrived. Emma pulled him inside quickly. She had been receiving strange text messages from an unknown number. "Come outside alone if you don't want to see a loved one get hurt. Go to your car with your keys. If you don't comply, I will hurt them." Emma thought it was a prank. Maybe one of Riley's friends. She texted back, threatening to call the police. The messages continued. Then one said Riley had been dropped outside the house. Emma and Zach ran outside. Someone was lying face down in a ditch. It was Riley. He was holding his head. He seemed disoriented. He said he had been kidnapped. He didn't know how he got there. Emma was crying. She told him they had broken up. She told him to leave her alone. Riley walked away down the street. He called his friend Noah and repeated the kidnapping story. Noah didn't believe him. Emma stayed with her friends that night. She felt uneasy. The next morning, just after 10, Emma drove home with her friend Haley. On the way, they saw a man dressed all in black walking around Emma's street. Emma dropped Haley off and went home. She was getting ready to meet her mother when the man in black came back. He rang the doorbell. He banged on the door. Emma panicked. She texted her friends. Then she texted the one person she thought could help. "Riley, I hate you, but I need you right now." He replied that he was speeding over. By the time Riley arrived, the man had disappeared. Haley knew who the man was. She had seen Riley's car parked nearby. She even texted him asking why he was lurking around Emma's house. Riley denied it. Jill Walker came home and found Emma and Riley talking in the front yard. She reminded him he wasn't allowed near the house and told him to leave. Emma was shaken. She thought it might have been a burglar. Jill wasn't convinced, but Emma insisted Riley had nothing to do with it. After that, Jill and Mark were so worried they took Emma to work on Sunday morning and waited until she finished. Then they drove her home. Sunday night, November 20th, 2016, the Walker house was quiet. Emma talked to her friend Keegan about a school assignment. Around midnight, she went to bed. Why? A few minutes after midnight, Riley borrowed his roommate's phone and called Emma. He later claimed she told him she had no interest in getting back together. The call ended abruptly. After that, Riley sent countless texts. He called around 40 times. He left voicemail after voicemail. Emma didn't respond. Eventually, Riley stopped. During the night, Emma's father woke up. He heard what sounded like someone in the house, a door slamming twice. He checked Emma's room. He checked Evan's room. He checked Evan's room. Everything seemed fine. He went back to bed. Around 6 in the morning, Jill went to wake Emma for school. She said her name. No response. She touched her leg. Nothing. When Jill looked at Emma's face, she knew something was wrong. Emma was pale. Her lips were blue. Jill checked for a pulse. There was none. Jill called for an ambulance. 16-year-old Emma Walker was dead. Police arrived at the Walker house. At first, they thought Emma might have ingested something. There was a small amount of blood near her mouth, but then they noticed a small hole in the wall of her bedroom. It was a bullet hole. Someone had shot Emma in the head through the wall while she was sleeping. 2 shell casings were found outside the home. Police searched for the second bullet. They found another hole in the wall near her bed. The shots had been fired from 4 or 5 feet away, sometime between 2:30 and 3 in the morning. One bullet struck her behind the left ear, likely killing her instantly. The second lodged in her pillow. Whoever fired those shots knew the layout of the room. They knew where Emma would be lying. Hundreds of tributes poured in. A candlelight vigil was held at Central High. Her cheerleading teammates released balloons at the football game that week. Riley posted tributes too. When police interviewed Emma's friends and family, one name came up over and over. Riley Gaul. Some of Riley's friends became concerned after Emma's death. They told detectives that Riley had shown them a gun the day after he claimed he was kidnapped. He said he took his grandfather's gun for protection. He showed it to his friend, Alex. He asked another friend, Noah, how to remove fingerprints from a gun. He claimed he was asking for his roommate. The day before Emma was shot, Riley's grandfather reported the gun stolen. Riley asked Noah and Alex to help him throw the gun in the Tennessee River. He said he was afraid it might implicate him, even though he claimed he had nothing to do with Emma's death. Detectives brought Riley in for questioning. They talked to him for hours. The more he spoke, the more inconsistent his story became. He was evasive, detached. He referred to Emma as the girl. He wouldn't use her name. Detectives said he seemed emotionless. His story sounded rehearsed. Cell phone records placed Riley on the freeway around midnight, heading from Maryville to Knoxville. They also placed him near Emma's address around 3:45 in the morning. Emma had been killed between 2:30 and 3. Officers asked about the gun. Riley denied everything. He said he didn't know where the gun was. He denied ever having the conversations Noah and Alex described. Police believed Riley was responsible, but they didn't have enough to arrest him. After leaving the station, Riley texted Noah and Alex telling them not to talk to police again. He told them to delete his messages. Riley didn't know Noah and Alex were still cooperating. They had been talking to police since the day Emma died. They wanted to help. Police told them retrieving the gun was risky, but the two were determined. They came up with a plan. Noah and Alex would agree to help Riley dispose of the gun in the Tennessee River. Police would wait nearby. When Riley pulled out the gun, the boys would text a code word. Officers would move in. The boys wore wires and body cameras. Riley talked about the gun. He talked about fingerprints. He said if he got convicted, it would be 7 years in jail for something he didn't do. The three drove to the river. Riley had been hiding the gun at his stepfather's house. When they arrived, Riley took the gun out, ready to throw it in. Police were waiting. 48 hours after Emma was found, Riley Gaul was arrested. He was charged with her murder. In the trunk of his car, police found black clothing and shoes. It had been Riley trying to get into Emma's house a few days earlier. Riley's trial began a year and a half later. He pleaded not guilty. He did not testify. His defense did not call any witnesses. His lawyers did not argue that he didn't fire the shots. They argued it was an accident. They said he was trying to scare Emma by shooting near her. He didn't realize the bullets would go through the wall. He wanted her to confide in him so they could get back together. His lawyer said Emma saw Riley as her hero. This was all part of a clumsy plan to pretend to save her. But it went horribly wrong. The defense asked the jury to find him guilty of reckless homicide, which carried a much lighter sentence. The prosecution disagreed. They said everything pointed to intentional murder. Riley was angry that Emma didn't want to get back together. He was dressed in black. From none. He was standing outside her bedroom window at 3 in the morning. He could have shot anywhere. He could have shot into the air. But he didn't. He aimed at her bed. Shot placement shows intent. The jury found Riley Gaul guilty of first-degree murder, stalking, theft, reckless endangerment, and being in possession of a firearm during a dangerous felony. At sentencing, Riley spoke. He said his intentions were never to harm Emma. He said he wanted to scare her so badly she would have no choice but to talk to him again. He said he would be there to comfort her and win her back. In Tennessee, a first-degree murder conviction carries an automatic life sentence. Riley was sentenced to life in prison with a minimum of 51 years before parole eligibility. He will be in his 70s. In May 2021, Riley sought an acquittal based on insufficient evidence. When that was denied, he requested a new trial. A motion hearing was scheduled. His request was denied. His attorney said he plans to appeal. Emma should have graduated in May 2018. Her family accepted her diploma for her. Her cap and gown were laid out on the chair where she would have sat. Since her death, Emma's family and friends have worked to keep her legacy alive. Her high school established a scholarship in her name. A dog park was dedicated to her memory. A neonatal intensive care unit patient room at East Tennessee Children's Hospital was named after her. Her mother said Emma's love of animals and her dreams of becoming a neonatal nurse were such big parts of who she was. She hopes people remember Emma by channeling her energy and always being kind to others.